an undergraduate student from the University of Americas, located in Quito, Ecuador. The title of the thesis is Gastronomic Center, La República, located in Quito, Ecuador, under the theme Urban Management. Can we have you take over, Maria?
The sound cannot hear you.
Yeah, you're not audible.
Hello, Maria. Are you there in the meeting? Can you hear us? Your voice is not coming.
Hello, can you hear me right now?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, can you see the images of the presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start. Hello to everyone. My theme of investigation is about a gastronomic center called La República. The project is located in Quito, Ecuador, in the central northern part of the city, right on the axis of 10th of August Avenue in La República zone. Its strategic location was chosen because of its central theme, which revolves around food and culture. This choice aligns with the urban plan created during the Nighting workshop, aiming to rejuvenate the vital connection between food, interaction, and architecture to diversify human activities while meeting basic needs. The selected lot is situated at the intersection of these two main roads and has a direct connection to Floron Park, making it an ideal for user interaction. In this place, we have some troubles that I'm going to explain you right now about how is the activities in Quito right now. So this is the first stage that I was talking about, 10 of August Avenue, and the place of the equipment is right in here. Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to start talking about the problems about the place. The transformation of 10th of August is deeply influenced by gentrification and the subsequent depopulation of its once vibrant community. This issue is aggravated primarily due to the absence of a diverse mix of functional spaces and a deficiency in well-designed public areas. Without the variety of uses, the neighborhood loses its appeal to a broader range of residents and business, leading to an influx of higher income residents who often bring higher living costs. The lack of sustainable public spaces, such as parks and community centers, further diminishes the neighborhood's social fabric. Addressing these challenges is crucial to preserving the area's cultural identity and ensuring a more inclusive and sustainable future. So one of the problems that we had in here is that there's a lack of public spaces that promote citizen interaction. So right now, here we don't have places for pedestrians. We see that the avenues are more like breaking borders for pedestrians, and its design has been designed for cars and high mobility. So it's difficult to walk in here. It's difficult to live in here because of the pollution, because of the of the fault of mixture of activities also. Yeah, one of the objectives of the project is to design a special model of the concepts of gastronomy, academic training, marketing, and social cohesion. This will be achieved through the implementation of various atmospheres and scenarios that promote the creation of spatial relationships within the built environment and in turn user engagement. This plan comes before a plan that we made for Quito 2040. And this was about the implementation of all the 10th of August Avenue with a lot of buildings that can promote the cohesion, public buildings, of course, and the improvement of the public space. Yeah. Talking in a way more local in the neighborhood, this is the place where the project takes part. And this has 4 scenarios. For one side, there is a 10th of August Avenue. Then we have a REPUBLiCA Avenue Street. That this has the problem that doesn't have mixture of activities. Then we have Isabel Tovar Street, which has a low affluence of people. And then we have the Florin Park that is just in front of here, but it's a green space, one of the 2 green spaces that are in all of this neighborhood. So this green space doesn't have the possibility for pedestrians because of the avenues and the cars and the traffic. So one of the proposals for the project was, first of all, to promote the allow of the flow of pedestrians between all of these streets by the creation of a free floor plan with the equipment. Then we had another strategy that was to promote more activities in all of these streets by the mixture of uses, by the creation of commerce and gastronomy places. So the building was meant to be with a free transition of the users from the public space through the building. And then the gastronomic center, the private places, were meant to be in the vertical space. Yeah. Between the problems that I told to you, these are the strategies. So I planned to reconnect those avenues by promoting the wooden roads, promoting pedestrian flow between the loads, generating a connection between the park and the First Avenue with the project. The access of the project is generated by the nodes that we had in the different avenues. We have a free open floor, so if you come like a user or a citizen walking in 10th Avenue, you can get into the building and you can cross to the other place with all of the commerce place that is in the floor plan, and with a garden that is structured in the inside of the building. Another strategy was to improve the public space for pedestrians and to generate a better mobility between all the zones. Yeah. By the architecture solutions that I planned, it was the use of tectonic. The tectonic and exposed modular structure. So it can promote the permeability for the users that are in the public space to the private space that it's semi-public in the floor plan. And then the other idea is based in the living square that is contained. There is a contained yard for a perimetral edification that has the permeability with all the public space in all the views the visual connection with the Florent Park. And then I have this other idea about the vegetation in harmony with the architecture, the development of gardens with organic products for the gastronomic activities of the building. So they were meant to be in all of the roofs of the building. I have in the building like 3 big roofs that are going to promote the organic gardens, and so as the contained yard also. Then another strategy was the sensory tours with the users recognizes the space that contains different activities that could enhance people's senses.
You have another minute.
Okay, the creation of different atmospheres in the gastronomic center is practically some primary needs. So I can have these relations in the different spaces and with different senses because of the flavors, because of how it smells, and the connection of visuals with the container square. And I have this closed loop metabolism when we make this activity of sowing, harvesting, production, and consumption, and recycling because of the gardens in the roof. As I told you, this is the program of the project. So we have a really open floor plan that promotes the flow of people. Then they have the activities that are semi-public also. People can go and have part of those activities by the translation in the ramp all around the building. And then they have like the activities of the Center Gastronomic in the vertical place, that is this. So this is one view of it.
I'll have to ask you
Yeah.
to wind up.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we hear from the panelists on the presentation? Can we start with Dr. Nabil?
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you very much for the project. It's really, this type of project which is simple but elegant. I like the project. I like the form. I like that you have provided spaces at the ground floor for people to flow and see to the other side. So that when we build on an empty land, by the way, is it an empty land and that you are just building on it, or it was being occupied by another function?
Can I show you the photos? Well,
Yes.
this is the place. This is the place right now. It's empty.
Also,
Yeah.
so it's
Of
nice
this
to
place right now.
to maintain the visual continuity between the two sides of the streets. But I can see here that there were like a lot of trees. What did you do with the trees?
All of the trees.
Yeah.
No, these trees are like in another places. This is like
it's
another
not
lot.
within your side.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, the load is this one, the one of the middle that is an empty load right now. It's just like
No,
parking, you know.
yeah, I don't have questions for you. I like the simplicity of your project. It's really nice and elegant. Thank you very much. It's good, and the best part I liked that you have provided spaces on the ground floor to have a continuous flow from one side to another for not blocking the view between the two streets. So it's a good point. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we hear from you, Dr. Manoj?
Yeah, I mean, very interesting presentation. And the project was a gastronomic center, right? That was the project.
Yes.
Yeah, the good thing about this particular project is the way it has been presented. Like, though it was an architectural project, it was well studied. The context was well studied, and a very serious objective was found to be the core theme of this particular thesis. So, how to revitalize a place was the core theme. That's what I understand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
So,
mean, the thesis, the biggest thesis was like in a team. We made like a plan for Quito in 2040 about the restructuring of all this avenue and a new restructuring of the city. And then there was this smaller projects, and this is mine, like it's my personal thesis.
okay. So,
And
fine, understood. That means that your the whole class did a larger study, and each of you were given a particular project, and you detailed it out, isn't it? Okay, good.
yeah,
Okay, I think I don't have much to speak about this. I mean, it's an interesting project the way you have dealt with the spaces. But I felt something. What is missing is you have really concentrated on the triangular space in front of your building, and I don't know what's happening on the sides or on the other side of this building. When you look at the building as a entity, how that is interacting with the spaces around is also very important. But I think the entire presentation was focused onto that space, which is the triangular space in front. That's what I felt that one major defect of this. Otherwise, it's a very good presentation.
okay, thank you.
Can we hear from you, Architect Nicolo?
Yeah, so thanks, Stephen, from my side. I share all the comments that my colleagues gave to you. I need to say I really appreciated some powerful words you used. For example, the idea of atmosphere, of relations, of engagement. So that was really useful in your storytelling. I need to say, though, that I share a bit of doubts on some points. So in some points, I was a bit confused. First of all, I think there was a bit of a jump to the gastronomic functional proposal for the center. So, I mean, you mentioned it at the beginning, but then, I mean, it was not really clear why, how, and even in the explanation, I mean, it was not really clear how it was developed. So maybe it was in the last slides we couldn't see. So maybe it was there, I don't know. But I think, I mean, as for what we saw now, it could have been a gastronomic center, but at the same time, a cinema or any other function. I mean, it was more about what we saw were more the reasoning about the urban management of the site, but maybe, I mean, the function could have been more explained. I need to say, like, I don't know if this site was assigned to you by your professor or not, but I need to say, I mean, it was a really good challenge because, working on a triangular lot at the intersection of two really, let's say, intense streets. I mean, it's not really easy, especially when you have another triangular lot on the other side. So, I mean, it's a challenge, and I can tell you that. So, I mean, of course, it was a really interesting exercise. The other two doubts I had, but maybe it's just because we couldn't really see the last slides. One was if the solutions you were proposing were 4 different parallel proposals, or if they were just layers. But so that was not really clear. And on the other side, for the first 10 slides, it was not really clear what was a mass and what was a void. So it was really conceptual, but maybe it could have been more specialized, let's say. I mean, we should have really seen like the mass or the space, and maybe less lines and symbols and concepts. But I mean, it was super challenging, I imagine. And I mean, thanks for your presentation. It was interesting.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it was challenging. It was difficult to design in a triangle, and with the thing about the avenues, the cars, and how it is right now, because right now it's really different than the proposal that I made, like in local, like changing the local way how the streets are used. And there was just one proposal. The building is a gastronomic center because Here in Quito, we only have 5 gastronomic centers, and all of those are private. So how we are like trying to restructure this avenue with more resident and business center and another public equipments. So this is one cultural that the city needs, and also because of the gastronomic knowledge and the culture of food, that it's really important because of the malnutrition and everything that causes problems. I think that not only in Ecuador, but in many other countries.
Thanks. And of course, as an Italian, I approve the gastronomic center function.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for your